There were no warning signs. It hits you like a storm. But the darkness in your mind makes you hide behind that door.
Jade Holland's got some brand new music out. It's called Fight For It. And I'm sad to say it's been far too long, but I'm pleased to say she's joining us now. Jade Holland, great to catch up with you.
I know, I'm excited to be back. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's, rather than talk about the song, let's talk about what's behind it. What inspired this?
Thank you for asking. Look, I became the ambassador for the Mental Awareness Foundation around March, April last year, and I'm incredibly grateful that they asked me. And, you know, mental health has always been kind of a big thing in my life. I think as any musician, you know, you have your ups and your downs and everything like that. But for me, you know, I struggled really badly with my mental health when I was 21. And my dad, actually, who's the rock of the family, he had opened up to me at the time when I was struggling and mentioned that he had sought some professional help, and he had his own mental health battles that he had fought for a little while and was, you know, succeeding and winning those battles. And I guess for me, my dad, you know, when I was a kid growing up, he was the kind of guy that didn't talk about their feelings, and men didn't cry back then. Mm-hmm. That was taboo for a man to cry or to open up about their feelings. So my dad, you know, probably told us he loved us a few times, but it, you know, wasn't a common thing. And when my dad was helping me when I was 21, he sat me down and told me all about what he had been through, and he cried. And he just said, I remember it, darling, I'm so sorry I never told you this before, but, you know, I love you to pieces, and I need to tell you that more often. And I just went, oh my goodness, like I bawled my eyes out, because for my dad to be that strong to open up to me, it changed my life. So when they asked me last year if I wanted to be the ambassador, in a heartbeat, I said yes. And we, you know, I've got to meet the committee and everyone involved in this foundation, and I absolutely adore their story. And every single person in that foundation has been affected by mental health and has lost someone to suicide. And they are there all for the right reasons, to help prevent this from ever happening ever again. You know, I just wanted to try and give back somehow. So I thought, you know, why not take everyone's story and how we're all feeling and put it in a song?
Has doing all this helped you with your pathway? Do you see everything with more clarity?
100%. You know what, actually, one of the biggest things that I got out of this, I know throughout COVID, as a musician, I can only speak as a musician, but I know I felt incredibly lost. I felt like for a time frame there last year, maybe I'd lost my purpose for a little while, and I wasn't sure what I was doing, as you know, and I didn't know. I guess I had spoken to my other music friends about it, but hadn't gone into as much depth. But when I was writing this song with Sinead and Bryce, they opened up and explained that they felt the same way throughout COVID. And it helped me to really feel, and to just, you know, let me acknowledge that I wasn't alone in this situation. I guess that's the biggest thing with mental health. We're always worried that, you know, well, not worried, but we do feel alone. Like we're the only person feeling that feeling or whatever it may be. And sometimes we're just not, you know.
We've known each other for a while in this sort of relationship, and I've always seen you as a smiley, bubbly person. This is one of the demons that's hidden behind, isn't it?
100%. Yeah, it's you know, I do like to think that I'm a smiley, bubbly person, but I can honestly say, I put my hand up and say now, I have down days. There's sometimes it's a day where I'm not going to get out of bed, where I feel like I just didn't want to sing a song that day, or I didn't want to hum a tune, or didn't want to look at music or think about music. And then I have days where I can't immerse myself in it enough. It's this funny roller coaster ride called life. I know that, you know, it's not just the music industry that feels this, it's every single person. But, you know, some people deal with it better than others. And, you know, I on the odd occasion will just have one of those down days, and I'm quite accepting of that now. I think it's I don't want to say it's a healthy thing, but it is almost a healthy thing to have that day where you go, you know what, today's not my day. I'm going to back it off a little bit. Tomorrow I'm going to jump back up on that horse and we're just going to gallop through life, you know.
Well, folks, if you are feeling down or anything like that, you need to talk to someone. There's some great help out there, places like Beyond Blue and Lifeline. Don't be afraid to reach out to family support when you need it. Let's talk about what you're doing, Jade Holland, over the next few months. Are you going to Tamworth?
I am. I'm only doing a little show there. I'm actually more going as a spectator because I realised that, it's been probably 3 years, I think, since I've been to Tamworth, and I've missed it. So I said to my manager, I actually want to go to see the music rather than to play the music.
Nice.
And so I am doing a little sneak show at the Maiden Showcase as a special guest. I'm very excited about that because I'm a huge supporter of Maiden guitars. But otherwise, I am going to be in that crowd having a beer with everyone else.
So we're going to hang out?
Absolutely we are.
Cool.
Yes.
I look forward to it. Well, in the meantime, how about we play Fight For It? And let's hope that we have a great time from this. And as I said, folks, if this helps you or you need to reach out, don't be afraid to. Thank you for the song, Jade Holland, and thank you for the chat.
Thank you so much for having me. I'll see you in Tamworth.
You'll break through the